Hello, good day and greetings, one and all. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the both mystical and miraculous world of Machinarium. When we last left off, humble robot Josef had managed to escape the lair of the Black Cap Brotherhood for good, and then proceeded to finally ascend at long last. And what did he discover? A rather abandoned yet still somewhat overpopulated alley within the higher parts of the city. Oh, and speaking of the city, better take a good, nice and long look at it there in the distance, just to, remember its original state, for the central spire might soon disappear under mysterious circumstances, those being a massive explosion. Yes indeed, Joseph is still a robot on a very important mission, to defuse the bomb planted by the Brotherhood. Therefore, let us jump right back into the adventure and see if we can't do something about our also very terrifyingly evil predicament. Oh, hello there, Mr. Mouse Cursor. We missed your presence. Oh, what do you say? I missed your presence too. Hello there, audience. Let us jump back into the adventure. Alright then, it is time to begin Operation Can Opener, us being the strawberry cocktail and everyone else being the peanut butter pancake sandwich. As you can see, we are still within the very same bar of the alley we entered in episode number 4. Jesus, sure looks like the house is full, am I right? Yes, full house apparently equals empty space within this world. Gonna examine the place though, yes indeed, gonna examine the room real quick for good measure, and of course to let some of that TSC uniqueness shine through. So, point of interest number 1, a barrel of oil behind me, such tasteful furniture. Huge canister of also oil up above, connected to, good question actually, rubber hoses? Maybe, and plenty of little canisters. Wait. Are those watering cans? Well, gee, I wonder why the customers are as scarce as breathable air within the universe. Could it be because this place is rather, special? The barkeep, lady? Sure looks grim. And good lord, how low is that lamp hanging? Does the ceiling really need to be so high? Why, sure, but couldn't it hang a little closer to the ceiling? Wouldn't be good for maintenance though. Sigh. I am not on a mission to get drunk, of course. Enough questioning my surroundings. Let us make some actual progress, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Yes? Good. Our primary goal is still to reach and defuse that bomb. Yeah, in case that wasn't obvious enough already. However, as much as it pains me to admit it, all by ourselves we will not be able to save the day. No, we are actually in need of some rather random assistance. Therefore, leaving the bar. And believe it or not, these 3 rather goofy looking individuals in need of help are our ticket to reaching the central spire top. As you might remember, all 3 have troublesome situations of their own going on. For starters, Globox over here desires a new drum, since his original one was stolen, or I should say, pretty much wrecked by the Black Cap Brotherhood. Beanpole Jimbo, right behind him, requires spare parts for his instrument, and Jiminy Cricket Jr. over there can't blow his whistle due to it being stuffed with a living creature, I presume? Yeah. Well, that is not creepy at all. I like to call this trio the town musicians of Machinarium, and we are going to help them out. With all of that said, the first destination on our errand list, so to speak, is once again the bar. Let us head back inside. Very well. It is time to talk about this very fella sitting at the table. As I mentioned at the end of last time's episode, just this guy. Oh, this guy. Let me try to hold back the anger and rage I feel whenever my eyes fall upon his miserable existence. Oh, calm down, TSC. Alright, here's the deal. You! Yes, you, buddy! Pay attention to my almighty presence, will you? Oh, what's the matter? Don't want to freaking bother? Well, I am Joseph the Almighty, and I can punish you if I also desire. Let us play a game, shall we? Still ignoring me, eh? What's the matter, antenna face? Well, in all honesty, I do prefer it though over the upcoming situation, but what can you do? And so it begins. Beautiful. Very well then, ladies and gentlemen, very well. The situation. We can play a game of tic-tac-toe / 5 in a row against Mr. Inconspicuous here. Why would we want to? Because he, well, I don't really know. Apparently has nothing better to do with his life, sitting here all day, every day, awaiting new challenges. Spoiler warning though, there is no money to be gained. However, victory is gonna ensure progress. Therefore, here is the reason, the one reason why I absolutely hate this tin bastard. Let's see how to put this in a very subtle way. Oh, I think I got it. He is a cheating cunt! Seriously, I despise this fucking binocular-eyed jerk so very much. Winning against him is just impossible. Gonna repeat that. Impossible! In fact, I can without a single doubt about it state that beating this guy in a match of tic-tac-toe is the most difficult and frustrating puzzle of this entire point-and-click adventure. Hell, it's not even a puzzle. You are trying to beat the computer AI here, and if you ever played a game of, say, chess against the computer, you will know that it can either be laughably easy or tough as nails, mind-numbingly what is this, I don't even. After all, AIs are programmed to respond in certain ways all the time. Sadly, this very AI here decided to choose the dark side of the force and gave into unfair perfection. Literally, when I first played this game, I spent about, I'd say, an hour attempting to win a single match. And guess what? It didn't work in the very end, not at all. Sigh. I will freely admit that I absolutely suck at games like these, because I don't want to invest hours and hours into figuring out a pattern that the AI cannot outsmart. But this game doesn't have any excuses either. Long story short, everyone knows how to combine object A and B, right? Every human being understands basic logic. However, not every human being has the knowledge of how to beat computer AIs at games of tic-tac-toe programmed into their very brains. Well, wasn't that a rant? And take a guess what happens after you lose. Every single freaking time, again and again and again. His obnoxious laugh, I swear to God, I just want to punch this motherfucker. Alrighty then, so how are we going to win, I hear you ask, ladies and gentlemen, by just randomly trying it out over and over and over again and again and again and again and again and again, just like I said a few seconds ago? I am trying right now, placing down my pieces, attempting to figure out how to stop him, how to prevent him from achieving victory himself, but at the end of the day, what does it matter? As you can see, well, honestly, I am not really trying right now, but even if I was trying, even if I blumming was, the AI would know how to counter me. It just knows. It's programmed into its very system. We would be here for hours, days, and weeks. The city would freaking blow up 1,000,000 times before we could achieve a single victory. What's the point? Bastard. As I was saying, one and all, how are we going to win, I hear you ask? Simple. By abusing a specific strategy I looked up on the internet. Hey, you think I am the cheater now? Well, just take a look at this. Yeah, apparently about over 100,000 other people had trouble beating this robot as well, and you can find quite a few of these videos out there. I am just showing you a random example. My God, how long have I been sitting here already ranting about the same subject? Going on and on and on and on. Let us just finally own this dude, crush his pride and be done with it. Oh yeah, I am so going to enjoy this. Okay, now, if only I could remember the correct strategy. Let me concentrate for a moment and remember. And by remember, I mean grab myself that lovely sheet of paper over there and look at the pattern I've written, or I should say, drawn down. Good lord, I feel like such a cheater right now. But they are not giving me a choice. Like, I could sit here for years, and the city would be lost, it would be doomed, while I am freaking sitting within this random bar, attempting to win a game of chance. Sort of. Tic-tac-toe. Can you believe it? Okay, concentrate here, see, you do not want to screw this up. Next one goes there. Okay, so far so good. Next one over here. Beautiful. This is, by the way, not the very pattern out of the video I showed you on screen. It is in fact a pattern of another video. There are so many patterns out there, it's insane. But can you imagine how long you would need to try this out to figure out the correct one that the AI cannot possibly beat unless you are a tic-tac-toe king? I don't want to sit here and figure it out, I just want to cheat. And there we go. Trick the AI into a pattern it cannot possibly conquer. All that's left to do now is place down the final piece. Moral of the story? A strange game. The only winning move is not to play. You know, unless the very game, of course, literally forces you to. Perhaps this is also a very good moment in time to mention the fact that Machinarium fans and supporters have a very famous saying which goes a little something like this. I really enjoyed the game, you know, until I reached a tic-tac-toe match. Yes, they hate it with a passion, a burning one, that much. Well, good sir, you've been looking down on me for far too long already. Prepare yourself to get crushed. Yeah! Whoa! What's the matter, tough guy? Not so cocky anymore, are you? Christ, don't throw such a sissy fit. Who's gonna clean all of it up? And why, for the love of Optimus Prime, does the barkeep lady not slam her fist on the table, telling this bloody sod to behave? I don't know. I just don't know anymore. She minds me touching the barrel, but she doesn't mind him throwing his pieces all over the place. You know what? Screw it. Well, I guess if nobody minds the act and or misses their property, I am simply going to pick up these screws for myself. About 5 of them. Yoinks. And number 2. Yoinks. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, yes, just in case you are wondering, this is the very reason why we had to win a match against Dr. Amazing, to make him throw a fit and his pieces all over the place as a result. Asking nicely wouldn't have worked, so we had to troll him hard, even though he doesn't at all mind me stealing the screws to begin with. Oh, life. It can be so very sporadic at times, so very sporadic. Also, didn't mean to walk like this. Hey barkeep lady, are you impressed yet? I'm almost as tall as you. Possessed by the devil. I'm wasting my time here. But that barrel is mine. Why would you do that? The second time already. The barrel is hollow, isn't it? It's so very light. Why do you need it so very... Never mind. Oh well, now that we are in possession of the screws though, we are also capable of helping out Beanpole Jimbo over there. For you see, ladies and gentlemen, the screws are not actual screws at all, but instead saxophone parts. Yes indeed, real saxophone parts. That little bastard within the bar, he stole them from him, from Jimbo, didn't he? Oh, of course, I should have known really. Everyone is a criminal within this city, mind you. Jesus Christ. However, before we are going to help Jimbo, I am happy to announce that helping out Globox to the left is going to be a lot less busy work than playing a seemingly impossible game of tic-tac terrible puzzle design. Believe it. As we know, Globox here desires a new drum. Just take another look at that flashback to figure out why his old one is suddenly gone. Good lord, I can't believe it. What jerks, man. Well, helping out Glowbox though is going to be so very simplistic, we will actually take care of it before handing Jimbo his replacement parts. No worries, it'll be much quicker, I promise. Now then, you desire a new drum, good sir? Well, I desire a lot of stuff too. Random stuff mostly, but thankfully I am a nice person and can help out plenty of people without asking for a single reward. Not at all. Sadly, I do not think that there are any real drums around, mind you, still. Surely something else can be found to satisfy the needs of our good friend here, like, what would make a good replacement? Perhaps a barrel. Yes, a barrel for starters. A barrel, how often could I possibly repeat that word? Just like the one within the bar. Big and hollow, the perfect replacement. Of course, the barkeep lady doesn't take kindly to people touching her precious furniture, therefore a distraction is needed. Back inside with us. Hello, forgot my wallet. Is anybody seen it? Oh, what's the matter, you two? Still upset? Come on now, please. Be major and cheer up. We are all one happy family of robots. Well, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps you noticed before already, but there is actually some flypaper hanging about in here, right there, down from that shelf. And since the bar doesn't seem to mind having certain objects get stolen for no reason whatsoever, it is now mine. Thank you all for the donation. Ooh, by the way, we haven't really examined this rather obvious door yet, have we? Say, I wonder what's happening next room. Would anybody at all mind if I, take a quick look? No? Nobody? Alrighty. Whoa! Jesus Christ! Are you serious? Son of a sandwich dispenser? Sheriff, Bandito, and Gunslinger? The Black Cap Brotherhood here? Good lord, they have been here this entire time already, right next door. Good lord. Yeah. Shh. Dizzy, calm down. And you, Joseph, stay calm as well. We do not stand a chance. Let us not get reckless now. We both know that we wouldn't be able to take them on, not all three of them at the same time. Besides, don't we have a much bigger problem on our hands? Ticking away slowly? Look at those criminal bastards, just chilling out in there, playing cards, listening to sweet music, waiting for their precious baby to see the light of day and engulf everyone in its glorious light. Its glorious light of doom, death, and oblivion. Fucking hell. Don't you worry, gentlemen. Karma is coming for you. Justice will prevail. And at the end of the day, you'll be gone, and I'll be laughing. Just... Jesus. Can't believe it that they've been here this entire time already. I sure hope Dumb and Dumber from the prison basement got away. But let us leave the bar for now. There's nothing else left in here for us to do. Well, that is not true, but you'll see. After all, we still need to somehow obtain that barrel. Therefore, now that we own the flypaper, we just need a few more flies to let our plan bear fruit. And guess what? Outside the bar we have... Hello there, lower menu. Outside the bar we have this huge green, good question once again. Waste disposal contraption? The flies seem to like it though. Look how many there are. It's a freaking huge, yes, also huge, entire swarm. I'd like to adopt some of them. What is that green crap though? Well, today's lecture is of course not about green crap and explosives and revenge, no, but instead about distractions and drums. Therefore, let us catch a few of them. Into my inventory. Joseph the Great demands it. Into my inventory flies. Bingo. And since I do not want to store living creatures within Joseph's precious body for too long, let us walk straight back into the very bar. Hello there, mates? Excuse me, lady. I realize the errors of my way and present you with a gift. Enjoy! With best greetings from Josef the Almighty. Am I drunk or what? Oh, this is gonna be great. So great.
Ah! The bees! Oh my god, not the bees! No, take them away!
Yanks! Hey, Glowbox, my friend, got a present for you, buddy. Now, let us hear those sticks drum away, just like good old times. Oh my. Ah, well, somebody didn't enjoy that little number. Well, what do we care? Man, that was awesome! Glowbox, pal, you got some serious skills, my man. Hats off, if I was wearing a hat, that is. Seriously though, you've got a bright future ahead, my friend. You've definitely got one. Oh, I want to hear that again one day. Absolutely brilliant. Now just make sure not to lose this new toy again, will you? Good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering to yourselves by now, besides that amazing drum solo, what exactly did we earn from helping Glowbox at all? Except angering the neighborhood, of course. Just wait and observe. Jimbo, big guy, you're next. Show us what sweet music that instrument of yours can create. Also, it was a pleasure to help you out. Jesus Christ! Lady, you may be old and dwelling in the past, but what's your problem? That tune was freaking sweet. Hello? You hear me up there? Do you? Even that radio of yours is creating some sweet music. Why can't you enjoy the music of the modern age as well? Why do I even bother? In any case, Jimbo, that tune was freaking sweet. You've got a great career ahead of you as well, son. Make us all proud. Seriously though, dumping a pot onto our very heads? Hello? And besides, just threatening our lives, you know, that can be a little dangerous and all. Look at that poor plant. Look at it laying there on the ground. Why would she do that? Plants are as close as you can get to real life within this world. Besides the flies, of course, how do they even exist? Oh, do not worry, little one, do not worry, I'll take care of you. 1 second. There. Easy now. We'll find a new home for you, I promise, and if it is the last thing I'll ever do... No! Ladies and gentlemen, no! Wait, are you confused a little? Well, I just answered the very question within your minds though, didn't I? Ooh, I didn't? Well, this is awkward. What I am trying to say though is, you are probably wondering, is this now potless plant the very reason we helped out the town musicians? Well, yeah. But the plant only makes up 50% of what we also desire. There is still a third individual, after all, in need of help, but out of all the three, Jiminy Cricket over here, who looks somewhat more like a shrimp actually, has a little bit of a bigger dilemma going on. The solution to his problem awaits further above, within the higher parts of the city. Therefore, I'ma be right back, you three, good sir, together with a method of cleaning your hookah. I mean exhaust pipe. Oh, I mean spaghetti with tomato sauce. This is really getting awkward now. I am sorry, you three. I just wish I could be as cool as you. Can I become a member of your band one day? I mean, I've got sweet skills. I've got moves. I need a bomb. I need a bomb. Wait, I need to defuse a bomb. Ah, yes, of course, there's a bomb ticking away. Later, dudes, I'll be right back, or soon, whatever. And so, the ascension has once again begun. Oh my, that little guy passed us by quickly, climbing down that pipe, but a second one is already incoming. What is he all about? Or it? Wow, look at that machine. Just scaling the structure like that, cleaning it all. Definitely some sort of cleaning bot. Oh, I am jealous. How I wish I had magnetized limbs. Then I could freaking scale the central spire in no time to defuse that bomb. Ooh, there was the first one again. By the way, speaking of central spires though, ladies and gentlemen, would you please take a look at that huge freaking tower right behind Joseph? The one with the door. That is actually the very central spire of the city. Yes indeed, I am not making things up. It is right there. Not within the upper menu, mind you, but freaking hell. It's right there, right behind us, the central spire. The bomb, it is right above us. Good lord. If only we could scale it somehow. But of course clicking the door doesn't do anything. It won't open. Why is there a door here in the first place? Like, the spire is huge and tall, but very, very thin as well. I am not expecting much to be behind this door, except of course maybe a spiral stairway, or perhaps even better, an elevator. But of course it is locked. Well, that would be too simple and easy, of course. We'll need to find another way to the top, therefore let us ascend even further and not waste any time. The future of the city depends on Joseph's actions. Well, would you take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen? It seems that we have finally stumbled upon a very huge, wide and open area. You know, unlike the freaking maintenance spaces we had to crawl through, the freaking alleyways and prison cells, I'd say this is a very lovely and delightful change of scenery. One of the many courtyards of the city of Machinarium, I presume. Look, there's a gondola traveling around upwards in the background. This city is so very huge. How I wish I could fly, or simply use a gondola to reach the tower, but oh well. Let us examine this place, shall we, one and all? So there in the back we have a rather large building. A building that comes with a clock face and a light bulb on top. No idea what the light bulb is supposed to be for, but the clock face does look a little interesting, for there are not just Roman numbers, but also little symbols in the middle. It's like a clock face within a bigger clock face. How interesting. Could this be a church or a town hall? Maybe. Well, there's somebody sitting in front of it though. Another pink robot, I think. Could it be a lady? Maybe I'm gonna talk to her eventually. 'Cause, you know, social activity! When do we ever get the chance to do that? Next, in the very middle of the courtyard, if you want to call it that, there's a fountain. Isn't water a very, very dangerous hazard to robots? Why would it be here? Well, maybe I am trying to think too deeply into it, therefore, never mind. Oh gosh, there are so many tall buildings and towers in the background. I feel like such a small, insignificant creature at the moment. Let's see, there's even another tower here. Looks like a guard tower almost, with somebody inside. Plenty of robots here to interact with. Maybe I should go through with that very, very soon already. Hello there, old man, if you are old at all. In need of oil, eh, old-timer? Well, as much as I'd love to help you, I don't actually know where to get real oil from, and I can't really return to the bar downstairs. Those people no longer want to see my beautiful face, even though they freaking deserved what came for them. Sigh. Old man, I see that you are riding a wheelchair, that one of your legs is bandaged up, but I can't help you right now, I'm sorry. Oh, come on now, old man. Please don't hold a grudge. I swear to God I will come back for you. Promise. But see, if I don't hurry up, nobody is going to be happy in the very end, 'cause the city will freaking explode. Do you understand that? I hope you do. And I will be back for you eventually. Just be a little patient, okay? Simple as that. So, what is the deal with this guard tower? Well, there is somebody inside reading a book. Could he be a part of security? If that is the case, hello? Dude, can you help us? There's a bomb ticking away. We do not wish to die. None of us do. Come on, help me. He doesn't want to help me, eh? I can't even interact. Beautiful. Once again, it is all up to my humble self. Where's McPixel when you need him? Well, not within this reality, I know that much for sure. Well, maybe this, dispenser-looking machine here can cheer me up somewhat. Hello? Oh my gosh, it talks. Everything is freaking alive within the city, to a certain extent. What a surprise. Wait a second though, what was that? Money in exchange for batteries, eh? Well, I suppose robots do enjoy battery juice, just like they enjoy the sweet taste of oil. However, we are still as broke as ever, and therefore cannot afford a single one. What a sad story. That machine looks like it has a face. How awesome. A lovely little stunt there, Joseph. However, are you seriously telling me that you are feeling too lazy to walk down the stairs? I mean, don't get me wrong. I do understand that time is slowly ticking away, literally, but just... What am I complaining about, actually? I have no idea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not though, but at this very moment in time, there is actually nothing we need to take care of within this very section of the city. We could, but it wouldn't help out Jiminy Cricket Shrimp Jr. downstairs. Therefore, for now, let us simply observe the very peculiar scenery. Suck up the atmosphere of a city full of machines and robots. And I'd say that's about enough of that. I am sure you all want to see something new, therefore let us ascend even further into the city. Here we go. Oh my, what is that familiar melody that comes to my ear? Take a listen, ladies and gentlemen. Does it sound familiar at all? Yes, indeed. The very song I decided to use for my little Machinarium introduction at the beginning of each episode, for I thought to myself, it sounds very, very nice indeed, and perfectly represents the feel of this point-and-click adventure, a city full of machines, apparatuses, mechanisms, and mystery. Where have we found ourselves in this time, though? There's a building up ahead, as well as one sort of building behind me. Lots of freaking towers once again in the distance. What a huge city it is. I'd say it is time to examine this place, right? For starters, there's a bird up there, sitting on that, I wouldn't say street light, but some sort of pole? I have no idea, but yes, there's a bird, as well as a cat? That certainly does look like a mechanical cat to me. So much life going on here. All on top of that very building with a glass roof. Lots and lots of cogwheel action going on inside. I wonder what it's for. Oh well, none of our business really, but that ladder-looking robot is certainly fixing the wires of it all. Well, everyone has a job within the city, and his job seems to be maintenance work. How beautiful. Now then, let us make some more progress, shall we? Point of interest number 1. How are we going to help out the third and final street musician? Well, take a look at the very building to the left. We are going to approach it by walking over this very narrow catwalk-like bridge. Good lord, the freaking architect deserves to die in a car fire. Why is there only one railing? I have no idea. Well, there's a glowing sign though above the very door leading into the building. Reminds me a little of Space Invaders, doesn't it? Some sort of strange face-like mechanism in front of the door. Well, the sad truth about it all is though that at this very moment in time, the place has no power, and even if it had power, we can't do a single thing with it. It's gonna become very important later on though, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, please keep it in mind, will you? Point of interest number 2, that very robotic cat up there. I'd like to get a little closer, for who doesn't like kitties, even if they are a little bit more mechanical than organic. Let us approach it by abusing the ladder of this very maintenance robot here, shall we? I'm sure he doesn't mind. And just in case you're wondering, the maintenance robot isn't using a ladder, he freaking is the ladder. How convenient. Alrighty then, this should take care of the job. Kitty, 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 I am Joseph the robot and I'd like to become your friend. Now, be nice and come into my inventory. Let me eat you. Oh my gosh. For a second I thought it would claw up my face, but nope, it just ran away. Do not worry though, it will come back very soon. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, but this very cat is what we need to help out the third and final street musician. How exactly? Well, I am not gonna spoil it, but we need to somehow obtain that cat. How though? Maybe if we can sneak up on it from the other side, but first we'll need to move the ladder somehow. I do believe though that this very maintenance robot wouldn't at all enjoy if we move it about, for he doesn't yet seem to be done with his work. Well, today's episode is all about distractions, therefore we need to distract this fella somehow in order to move the ladder, but how? Well, step number 1 involves climbing back up, like that. And next we are going to actually... I've got a plan, I just need to set it in motion. Yes, we are going to unplug his tool to divert his attention, like this. Yanks! And next up, if everything goes well... Ah! Alrighty then, exactly what I needed. Joseph, pull that wire, quickly! Yup. I didn't do it. Haha, it worked! And wasn't that little walk rather goofy? I enjoyed it. So, now that we've made a huge mess out of the wires, he is attempting to fix them from the other side, which means we will now be able to approach the cat from a different angle, so to speak. Oh, please forgive me, dude, I know you probably saw me do it. I mean, it is not difficult to assume that I am the guilty one here, the freaking Joker, but seriously, you are gonna thank me in the very end. Like, what would you prefer? A slight delay within your work or the city going to hell? Yes, I do think my scenario sounds pretty much logical. Now then, let us try to catch that freaking cat one more time, shall we? Alright then, kitty kitty kitty, be my friend. Yes indeed, please be my friend and get in my belly! No! Oh, come on. Well, it escaped once again. Jesus, did you see those parkour skills? It just jumped onto the freaking railing and back onto the building with the strange sign. I am impressed. Giddy, where are you? Would you please come back any day now? We still need your assistance. What? How the frick did it end up there again? Like, on the other side? Did it walk around the entire city within just a few seconds? Yeah. Muffin button. That's my explanation. Muffin button, it all makes sense now. Oh, what the hell. That didn't work out either. So, ladies and gentlemen, you might be wondering now, how are we going to capture that cat? Well, I am going to tell you, what we just did is actually the correct way to do it. Grabbing its tail, making it jump away from us, that is exactly what we need to do. However, it is not yet enough. In fact, the only way to capture that cat is to somehow stun it. Yes indeed, stun it, / paralyze it, / knock it out. But how exactly are we going to go through with such an act of animal cruelty? Let's see. Well, in case you haven't figured it out yet, there's a little something else we can toy around with. That very, what would you call it? What's the name? I'd say that very, circuit box. Yes, indeed, that circuit box right behind us at the foot of the pole. Let's examine it, shall we? Oh dear, what do we have here? Why, this certainly looks like the typical kind of sliding puzzle to me. Thankfully, I am the sliding puzzle master. This shouldn't take too long. And yes, indeed, one and all, we've got another logic puzzle. If we can, however, configure this panel, if you will, we can actually allow the very building to the left to once again have electricity. Not just that though, the wire up above will also have electricity. Power, if you will. What exactly do we need it for though? Like, what is the connection between the power, the electricity and the cat? Oh, you probably know already, or maybe you do not want to know. Animal cruelty, a little reminder. What? Oh, well, one of the pieces just fell out. Thankfully it didn't fall into the abyss, because we of course needed to save the city. Okay, listen pal. This isn't gonna work out. Like, why would you do that? Seriously, why would you do that? Is he imitating me? Oh my god, he is, isn't he? Like a freaking wannabe parrot. Okay, sir. You do not seem to understand the seriousness of the situation. Without that freaking chip or whatever, we will not be able to save the city from destruction. Can you give that back to me? Like, right now? I am running out of time here. Look, Joseph's getting impatient as well. Oh, you blasted bird. Oh, you're asking for it. You're freaking asking to summon my rage. And guess what? You're going to receive it. More animal cruelty? Fine with me. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a little bit of fun trivia. When I first had to re-obtain this very piece, it took me about 30 minutes, yes, half an hour, to figure out how to make the bird drop it again. And this is how it works. Very, very simplistic indeed. Gonna walk over here. The bird is gonna follow me and sit down on the very wire above. That is going to be his downfall, quite literally. How I wish I could turn on the electricity now to simply fry the little chicken, but it is not gonna happen. Instead, we are once again going to make him imitate us, moving up and down, again and again and again, only this time he is not sitting on a solid surface, but a rather bouncy, unstable wire. Come on, pal. Just a few more times. You won't regret it. And that is what you'll get for being a jerk. A jerk towards Joseph the Almighty. Aw, thanks for the piece. I appreciate it. Now get out of here and bug somebody else, will you? But good lord, the wire. It ripped apart. Once again, we ended up destroying a rather, or maybe, probably important maintenance part of the city. Oh, anywhere we go, chaos and mayhem follow. But it is all for a good cause. That is my justification. I'll have that, thank you very much. And now we can finally, at long last, configure this freaking circuit panel. I am going to stay just a little quiet, mostly for the very duration of this puzzle, since being able to concentrate requires silence, and it will also speed up the process somewhat. The currently missing piece, by the way, that fell out before, is gonna get inserted after most of the pattern has been arranged. Like that, we have one more square to work with, which is quite nice. Alrighty then, let me think. Let me try to figure this one out. And, just in case you are curious, like at all, the pattern that needs to emerge from all these tiles full of white lines is one long white line leading from A, the bottom, to B, the top, or pretty much the other way around, without interruptions. Of course, I can sense some doubt within you, ladies and gentlemen. I hear you wonder, why do we still need to freaking activate the electricity? After all, the bloody wire is busted. Oh, don't you worry now, Joseph will find a way. Now, please let me concentrate, people who are watching but not actually there. Yes indeed, talking to yourself can get so very interesting. Over the course of time, the longer you do it, the more you get used to it. Alright, seriously though, I am gonna shut up for now. I'll need to concentrate. More or less. Okay, let's see. I think, upper left corner needs to stay empty for the missing piece will go in there. I think, yeah, these two need to wander over there. Let's get them over there then, stating the obvious once again. For what exactly am I supposed to talk about while doing this? I suppose I could talk about the economy, but nah. Okay, we are slowly getting there, but now these two are in the way. Not a big problem though, I am still the master and king of all sliding puzzles. There we go, beautiful. Aha, bingo! Now only the final piece is missing. Beautiful. Therefore, let us head into our inventory and insert the lovely square so that we can finally get the show on the road. Power up! And as you can hear, the electricity has just been activated within the very wire the bird was sitting on just a few moments ago. Awesome. Now then, let us close this panel or board and pick up that wire, shall we? Oh, Joseph, I am so sorry. Maybe you should have been wearing rubber gloves or something. Yeah, that won't actually work out. Let us turn off the electricity again, just for a brief moment. Now that the electricity has been turned off again, we can actually pick up the wire and tie it to the very safety railing. Yes, indeed. Do you all see what I am about to do here? Oh, why, I certainly think you do. Now then, amazing! The piece can now go back into the circuit board, /box, /panel, /whatever, and with that out of the way and done, the railing is now under electricity, dangerous to the touch. A safety hazard, why certainly, and a bitching one at that. We are going to abuse it, oh, maliciously. Not looking forward all that much to it though, but it needs to be done in order to save the city. Very well, kitty cat, let us try this one more time. How very ironic, we need to help the third street musician, therefore we are going to try this the third time. I promise it will only sting just a little, please believe in me. However, I do need to force you into helping me, therefore, never mind. Oh, this won't be pretty. Oh dear, not pleasant to look at whatsoever. Oh, how long can a body, no matter if it is organic or not, survive being shocked like that? Oh, this is bad, this is very bad. I am coming for you, kitty. Just give me a quick second. Gonna deactivate the electricity. Ah, hold out. Ah! Oh my, the poor creature. I am sorry, maybe that was a little bit too much. But hey, it did take care of the job, didn't it? Haha! Kitty. Oh, it's still moving about a little. Well, that is good enough for me. It can now go into my inventory. Freaking hell. We had to go through so very much just to obtain this one cat. But it's gonna be worth it in the very end, all the animal cruelty. It's gonna be worth it, I promise. I promise so very much all the time, don't I? Nom nom nom. Eating it for good measure, cause you know, why the hell not? Oh, Joseph, I will never understand you. Not at all. Not at all. New catchphrase of mine. Not at all. Very well then, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? For now, we are done within that area. Heading back into the courtyard of the city, one of the many courtyards, and very soon we will get to solve puzzles within this very sector as well. For now though, let us head back to the third and final street musician and help him out at long last. Oh, I can promise you, we will get to hear a very special something upon helping him. Are you looking forward to, you know, the instrument he is wielding? Probably. Oh, my friend, Jiminy Lobster Shrimp, Joseph the Sweeper has come to free your chimney of nasty critters by using this very cat on it. What exactly is going to happen? Oh, you'll see. Let me tell you though, mate, took quite some effort to obtain this wild animal. Therefore, once I am done, would you please didgeridoo away and show us your skills? Thank you. And perhaps after that, since every instrument has been returned / repaired, all three of you could perform a little something together to reward both me and the audience. Would certainly be nice. Let us go for it. One, two, 3, 4, go! Bravo, gentlemen, bravo! All three of you were absolutely amazing. That is without a doubt one of the sweetest melodies I have ever heard in all of my life, and in fact, it is so very awesome, I just want to listen to it again. However, I do think the neighborhood doesn't appreciate it all and never will, for the old lady simply threw her beautiful radio out of the window. Hell, even the speaker burned right off. Sure, the melody of the radio wasn't as nice and sweet as this one, but it was still enjoyable. Why would you just throw all of her stuff away like that? Well, I am not gonna complain about it. I am going to collect my spoils of war, thank you very much. Into my inventory, old radio. Yeah, we no longer have a need for that old broken down speaker. The radio is more than enough. Very well, ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to once again announce that we have just concluded the street musician quest. Yes indeed, or the town musician quest, whatever you want to call it. We are done here, within this very area, and will never have to return. Well, maybe. I am not gonna spoil anything, but for now, we are done in here. Good lord, this music is so amazing. I just want to dance again. I can't help it, I must dance. Oh my gosh, this is not good at all. I can't stop listening, I can't stop dancing. I will be here until the end of time itself for all eternity. But wait, who's gonna defuse the bomb if I do that? Alrighty then, as much as it pains me to do so, gentlemen, I'll have to take my leave. All three of you, it was an honor to help you out. You're composing great music, and I hope that I will soon see your very album in stores. Until then though, please keep up the good work, keep up being awesome. We'll meet again. Oh, it saddens me so very much to just leave them behind like that, but hey, at least we are slowly but surely bringing joy, happiness and fun into the city, back into it. And come to think of the city, I still don't freaking know why Joseph was kicked out to begin with. Like, what originally happened? Why was Joseph dumped onto the very scrapyard right next to the city? I don't understand. But oh well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, from the entire town musician quest we obtained 2 items, a plant and a broken down radio. Yes, can you believe it? We did all that, this entire video, all of these over 50 minutes just to obtain a plant and a broken down radio without a speaker. How are these items going to help us defuse the bomb? Well, maybe we should reach it first. You'll see, for Joseph can always improvise, he can always find a way, for he is brave, the bravest robot of them all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd say that is about enough for today. My humble name is TheShadowCookie, aka Mr. TSC. I hope that you enjoyed this very long new episode of Let's Play Machinarium, episode number 5, and when we'll come back, we are going to examine the courtyard. For of course Joseph's quest is not yet done, but we are slowly but surely getting there. Until then, have a nice day, see you all soon.